So the transparent was built in 1730 by the Spanish artist Narciso Tomé and his 4 sons. Fue construido ya en pleno estilo barroco y los materiales son mármol, alabastro y bronce dorado. So this part was built in a Baroque style, and it was built in marble, alabaster and gilded bronze. Fíjense la diferencia. Estamos viendo esta parte.
Greetings everyone, hey, a warm welcome and thank you for joining me. Capricorn, this is your August reading. There are no July readings. I wasn't able to do any as I was away for the month. We will be using these 3 decks that you see in front of you. These 2 are tarot and this one is an oracle deck. I have shuffled them all, but I will cut them soon in view so that you can see I'm not just stacking the cards or anything. This one is a new deck I'm working with called the Chakra Wisdom deck by Tori Hartman. So it really pulls up on the energy centers of our sort of spiritual or psychic self, if you like, as well as the traditional tarot meanings. Now we've just come through July, or for some of you, you will be viewing this reading in July. I'm doing it on the day after the lunar eclipse, which was quite an intense one on all accounts, although not visible across much of the earth, I don't believe. So in July there were retrogrades, there were 2 eclipses, things were fairly agitated, I think you could call it, in terms of astrological activity. August is much quieter. We have Saturn going retrograde. We have the power day of the 8th of the H, which is the Leo Lionsgate energy, which you can tap into. And other than that, we're just sort of ploughing through August. So eclipses tend to make us go within and think about what direction we're heading in life, what do we want out of it, what have we been doing in the past. And sometimes when the planets are retrograde, it also makes us want to think about things that have happened in the past and perhaps ways of finalizing them or getting them out in the air or getting rid of them or moving on from them. So a lot of potential change can be taking place through these ecliptical seasons, and we're right in the heart of the ecliptical season now. So don't be surprised or anxious or frightened if you feel unusual feelings or emotions coming to the surface, or even if unusual circumstances arise. It's part of a connection to the greater picture, I think is what you could say. So with that in mind, guys, let's do the cutting of the deck. I'm not very good at cutting, but we'll do it this way. I don't think it matters how you do it in real terms. It's just whatever cards come up are the cards that were going to be there for your reading. He wanted to hop on the top, so he can. There we are. So we now have the cards ready for the reading. I was covering off relationships, health and career, but the reading seemed to have hijacked my my idea of how it was going to be planned out, and they're just sort of free flowing now. So whatever cards are coming up, we'll address the messages that seem to be coming through in the background for them. I have been starting with this deck of cards first, so that's where we are going to go to for your first card for the day, for the reading. Wow, this is weird. The last 3 readings in a row have had the Princess of Cups, and twice she's been the first reading. The first card. So that was Libra and Sagittarius. So if any of you have got rising signs in Libra or Sagittarius, or if any of you are connected to those type of people, this person or this energy could be playing a role in your life. She's a younger person, and often female inclined, but doesn't have to be, and often of the water sign energy. So she might be a rising water sign, or like a sun sign. She holds that beautiful goblet, that golden goblet, in the offer of love or new beginnings around things that affect your heart. Now this deck of cards has a border around the outside. Each border is slightly different in colour, and they resonate with certain chakra areas on our body. The green represents the heart represents love and emotions. So even in traditional tarot, this card is quite often considered some sort of proposition of love or new energies of love, and sometimes for some of you, romantic inclinations, new romance even, or flourishings of a current relationship that is taking fold or going into new dominion or being reignited with love. She can also be compassionate, heartfelt, something that makes your heart stir, whether this is relationships or a career opportunity or your health or anything, but she does involve our emotions. Now, for some of you, this could literally be a younger person in your life. It could be a family member or a sibling, or it could be a child of your own, or a young person that you associate with one way or another. So let's dig a little bit deeper and see what she might be announcing. Well, the Judgment is a major arcana card, and again we have this sort of woman, and we also have a younger person here. Now, Judgment generally heralds to us, like the trumpet blowing, that a change is taking place. Now, when the Judgment card comes up, I actually like it because I find that in life, our biggest, I'm trying to think of a word to say, but not our biggest achievements, but our biggest perhaps timeline adjustments occur when we get these heralding events that change our direction. If we never heard these messages through our intuitive perspective or through just something synchronistic or waking up, you could say, then we would wander life's path in a bit of an abysmal abyss. There would be nothing great and electrifying, and no great change and no great lessons that we would have learned. We can come into life and sort of stumble along from the beginning to the end and be relatively happy, but not have really achieved a great deal, especially at our spiritual or soul level. But when the Judgment comes in, we have some sort of revelation taking place, some epiphany, some understanding at a spiritual or soul level that a change is taking place. This could involve some people, more than one. It could involve this person as well. So we could see technically a change in sometimes with the relationships around you, with the people around you. You might be woken up to some direction or perspective about it, or about the people, or about this person, or about yourself and how you feel about the directions you were heading in. It can also relate to things going on with your head, your ears, and your neck. Sometimes some of you may need something cleared through there, even though this is like a bolt of lightning and a feisty message from the heavens. Sometimes for some of you it literally means there is a blockage that needs to be cleared, perhaps because there is something you need to hear that you're not quite hearing. So like most things in the tarot, there's always an opposite to its meaning. Well, not an opposite, but there's a juxtaposition side or energy to it. So some of you may feel this coming through as a bolt of interesting information that, or awareness or understanding that you wake up to, and others of you might feel that something is blocked and you're going, why can't I figure this out? Why can't I see it or know which option or direction to take? These are general readings, so it's not, it's not going to mean exactly the same for everyone, is it? Some of you will be on the awareness and the awakening perspective, and others will be on the I'm blocked, I can't see what to do. Appreciation. If we look at those two, they're very similar. This person could be in appreciation of you, and she could be doing something to support you or show that she cares about you. When this card turns up, there is generally someone around who is appreciative of you. Again, this could be a person you already have in your life, or this tentative new beginnings of relationships who appreciate you. Just remember to accept appreciation. Sometimes we go, oh no, it's nothing, I did nothing, or oh no, don't worry about it. But if someone offers you appreciation, always be grateful for it and say, hey, thanks for that. I really appreciate your appreciation. It is a lovely card to receive. Someone is thinking of you positively, and I see she's holding a pink rose. This could still indicate the feelings of love in the air. So we've definitely got people around you for this August reading. In saying that there's people around you who should pop out, but another court card or another potential person on the scene. This one is a fire sign energy. He can be very resonant of an older, not old, but an older male, and often fire sign. So he's also known as the great entrepreneur. He can sometimes be a business owner. He's great for going to, if you are seeking ideas or concepts around new businesses or forming strategies or looking for creative resources within your own career. He can be a tutor, a mentor, a philosopher. He might even be someone who you talk to. He could be a family member and you talk to them about advice, seeking advice for something. He is great with creative resources, ideas, passionate fire, and, gumption and the desire to start things. So he is also a starter of things. We're seeing, she's a starter of things. She's about new messages coming in, new tentative emotions or feelings, and he can be the one that furthers these situations on. He can take it to the next step and actually bring it from the creative into the reality because of his experience and wisdom. He also knows a lot of people. He's quite a networker. For some of you, you will literally be dealing with someone like this. And again, he could be a potential new partner, whether it's intimate or romantic, or whether it's more social setting or career oriented. He could be a guy that plays quite a role for you in this July-August arena. Let's go back to here. Well, we've got lots of love and caring. What did I say about appreciation? It's that someone cares for you and they appreciate having you in their life. They appreciate you for who you are, which is a wonderful, supportive, nurturing feeling when someone is just in your life and accepts you and wants you just for who you are. This is a very beautiful, it's a little bit like the Lover's card or the Two of Cups. Much love and tenderness and caring and support and harmony. So your relationships feel as though they are activated and happening because we've also got this person here. Now I have to say, Capricorn, the pets in the house have gone funny since I've started doing your reading. I've had them coming and going, in and out, all of them. There's a whole bunch of them in the house, but they're all showing up. Now I also have a couple of Capricorn people in the house and they love the pets as well. So whether or not the pets have turned up because of this reading one way or another, so I'm not sure if pets are on your mind or if they play a role in your whole appreciation and cycle of love and caring and family and support. But these cards are very positive. They show that if you felt that you were a bit alone or that you were going down the wrong path or that you had some causes of concern or you thought that things weren't going right, you've got to look a little bit deeper as well, because there is plenty of support around you from someone, whether it be an intimate partner, good friends, a community of some sort, or a family gathering or balance of people. The Two of Coins. Well, this is sort of your energy. Well, we can see it's got the pentacles in it, and we can see here that we're in the orange arena of the chakra energies. This is the sacral chakra, which is sort of down through this part of the body. This is where we get the creative passion and fire and desires and ideas from, a little bit like him. So it's sort of like the wand energy, even though it's in the pentacle zone. Now this can be referring to a career change, so new beginnings. She has her back turned to us and there are two boats in the background. Some of you may be traveling in this month of July or August, and sometimes it can be for an interview or for a job related reason. Sometimes it also refers to the fact that you may be choosing to leave something behind and move in a new direction. So we go back again to that Judgment card that talked about an epiphany or an understanding of change coming your way. So this could be for career, but for some of you it may be even bigger, like moving away from home or moving from a homeland into a different state or country. Immigration is a possibility, and it could be for career or work. It also is the card of balance, because twos are about merging balance into our life and maintaining some sort of harmony. So especially around your finances as well, think twice about overspending, and just because this is the card of juggling. Some of you may think you're doing really well with money, or some finances may have increased or popped up into your life, but the card is often a precursor to say, oftentimes when we receive, we then have to give, or when we get something, then we'll go through a period of not getting. So just remember that there's always another side to the coin. It is the creative sector, it is the sacral zone. Some of you might have a block in that area that needs opening up as well, and you can do that by eating the orange foods, wearing orange, having exercise in particular, listening to meditation music. We've got another court card in, and he's the Knight of Coins. He really does represent yourself. Now, he also can be the offer of, or the tentative movement forward with an idea or a strategy or concept that can be often attached to or connected to your career zone, or how you earn your finances, or what you do with them. There seems to be movement for this around you guys, and he's moving forward, she's moving in the other direction. Perhaps there's been a split go on one way or another, that you've split something, that you might have left something behind, or you're moving in another direction. Sometimes this could be a career change, or a change where you've been employed, or a change in how you're earning your money. Maybe some of you will get an increase or a supplement or an increment. This again, because he's the Knights, they bring us new messages or ideas or concepts, and you are about to put them into place. So oftentimes two cards like this turning up, because they're very new, they're at the 2 and kind of at the beginning, these could be telling you that you are moving into this new paradigm, and that it is an ongoing event that will occur most likely for the rest of the year and leading into 2020. And with that we see success. So whatever you're planning or merging, because this is a bit like it's either a split or a merger. Whatever it is you're doing, it is at the conceptual stage, and it's starting, and there's new ideas coming to you, often from above or from a different source, or from some synchronicity or realization or awakening. And then the cup becomes full, and the ideas brim over, and the fertility takes place. This is a magnificent card, and you know, the aces don't come out often. I think you guys might be the only ones so far that have an ace in the reading. And the Ace of Cups is one of the most beautiful of all. It's extremely peace-loving, it's prosperous, it's harmonious, it's new conceptions, and these can be ideas as well as pregnancies, or new love, or new spiritual awakening and awareness as well, a little bit like the Judgment card. So I see a lot of positive opportunity in the cards that you guys have turned up so far, with a lot of harmony, people, appreciation, gratitude, concepts, ideas. The 7 of Coins, the 7 of Pentacles, talks a little bit about hard work and dedication, following a plan through in particular. So if this newness that's beginning through this merger or split, whichever it happens to be for you guys, it's sort of telling you to make sure you fundamentally think it through, and you put the hard work in, and you make plans. This is definitely a card of saying some things take time, so it won't happen overnight. And I said that to you just before, that this is a new area or a new feeling or a new project or a new design or new concepts, and they're saying to you, you know, we could be talking 7 months or 7 weeks or 7 people could be involved. The 7 might be relevant in terms of that. We're up here in the purpley edges, which is the third eye or the crown chakra area, which is where you get this information or knowledge coming in to help these projects through your intuitive abilities and through synchronicity and through listening to the higher self or receiving messages from higher realms. So we're getting a lovely colour palette of mixture from these cards. Wow. We've got the Two of Cups back. You see, I felt it very firmly from the beginning when your first card in was this Princess of Cups who offers this kind of love connection. And now you've got these 3 all brimming over with this feeling of harmony, love, trust, appreciation, togetherness, and what could tentatively be a very special, nurturing relationship. For some of you, this is the potentiality of a very deep soulmate connection, possibly even the awakening of a twin flame energy, which is quite convoluted. I won't go into it here, but it can be the type of relationship that can raise your spiritual vibrations for both of you. But there is definitely romance or love in the air. If you've had trouble with relationships, if you've felt as though your relationship has been unbalanced or in a crisis, there must be something somewhere that either helps you to become aware of what needed to be changed to bring it back into some sort of positive harmony or balance. So that's for those of you already in a relationship that you wish to keep. There's an opportunity here of bringing it back into balance. For those of you who wish to leave a relationship that you no longer are attracted to, this could be what is going on here. And if you do, it feels as though there is new potential relationships around you. I mean, that's a lot of positive cards that are coming out for relationships for you guys. We have a beautiful angel gracing your reading as well. We have the 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. So we've talked a lot about you receiving messages from celestial realms, which is what I've changed my channel name to. It's Celestial Insights, because I'm very connected with this high vibrational energy work. That's what I do. Yes, I am very psychic, but the celestial vibration is more in keeping with the resonant energy that I work with, if you like. So Uriel comes to you through the crown chakra, through the Sahasrara, and this is where we receive these messages of unconditional love for ourselves and for our journey and for our soul's enlightenment, where we realize what is going on, where we connect to our future journeys that shape us and bring us these unbelievable highs in life and take us down new pathways that we may not have been on, new levels of awareness, new levels of attainment. You know, this is the time of manifestation. We've crossed boundaries since the 80s and 90s in this timeline on Earth, and we have awoken something throughout the universe that enables us to manifest things if we put our heart, soul and mind to it. So you've received these wonderful messages of love, appreciation. Now you've got an angelic celestial vibration coming in, which is like the light coming down, which I talked about, twin flame energy or soulmates. There's a lot going on for you guys at a very deep personal level with another person potentially, or with some sort of spiritual activation. Now you may not all feel that, but I'm feeling it. The moon, we've got something here with 2 dogs. I mentioned a little bit earlier that the pets in the house had become very activated when I was doing your reading, and they were all coming and going. It's the day after the lunar eclipse right now, so I'm feeling for you guys that this ecliptical energy might really be just blowing stuff up, providing you this insight or awakening or awareness. The moon is also about connecting with your intuitive energies again, listening to your psychic awareness, becoming instinctive about your feelings, thoughts and directions. It's also about balancing things. The moon is bringing balance into your emotions in particular. Wow, you couldn't have got much better card than this either. This is cornucopia. This is the benevolence of the universe, passing joy, bliss, euphoria, harvest, reaping the benefits of life. It's a magical card. It's the card of success. But I think if you see the cornucopia delights down the bottom, they're not so much gold treasures. They're the treasures of earth. They're all the harvest of life. So this is not necessarily telling you you're going to win lotto tomorrow, but it's more like a soul's harvest of happiness, of good health, of good abundance, of good luck, of good fortune, of good love. So there's a lot. This reading is really beautiful. The last couple of readings I've done have had some really powerfully uplifting, positive cards that have come through, and the cornucopia for some of you could literally be the cornucopia of a relationship bliss or harmony or magic that could be coming into your life. And if you don't have a relationship going and you don't even want one, or you have been looking and you've had no luck, or you've been in a relationship that is not serving your purpose and you are feeling negated or negative by it, remember the Judgment card that could act in that way for you. But if it's just you, or if it's you in a current relationship, there is something here that can either be manifested or changed or uplifted and brought into a very high balance of knowing and awareness and awakening and positivity. And I know for some of you, you're going to say, oh look, that sounds like a lot of rubbish. Here's something weird. We've got 14 and 41. We've got 2, which is often written like a 2, and the 2 up there, which could be 11 or 2. So these numbers and cards are even duplicating themselves in a rather unusual pattern, the ones that I've just picked up now. And those are the sort of things I'm trying to tell you to be awake about for the Judgment card if you want to change things in your life, if you want to feel the appreciation, if you want to have this Ace of Cups bloom into your life of positivity, if you want the Princess of Love to come in, if you want the passion and the answers and the creativity for health or business or career, you've got to manifest it. You have to activate it. You have to jump on these moments in time and bring them into being. It's a lovely, lovely reading with beautiful cards and great potentiality. So yeah, I don't think we'll go any further than this, Capricorn. It's a lot for you to take on. We've gone through a lot of cards. We've had a lot of connection. Some of you are meeting partners of a great importance in your soul's journey. And sometimes if it is an initiation of something like a twin flame, they may not be here in the physical, but you can feel it in the spiritual connection. So that's another topic, but it's something that you could contemplate if none of these other things are making sense for you. So thank you for listening. Please sub the channel, guys, and hit the notification button, because the videos can be hard to find if you aren't getting the notifications. I really appreciate you all joining the channel, and thank you to any new subscribers. And I love it when you leave your comments below so that all the community can be engaged and, you know, sort of get a connection, a flow through the video. So let me know if any of you have found that there's some blissful union taking place, or if there's been some wonderful appreciation from others in your life. So much love, everyone. I wish you very many positive, happy, manifestation blessings for July and August. Take care. Namaste.